It started with a whisper, not a bang. On a grey Tuesday in Derby, England, Rolls-Royce quietly announced the completion of its F414 engine enhancement program. The press release was dry, technical, and easy to overlook, but for defense insiders, certain phrases leapt off the page. Unprecedented fuel efficiency at Super Cruise, drastically reduced thermal signature, advanced digital engine control for extreme cold. These weren't marketing buzzwords, they were signals. This wasn't a minor upgrade. It was a fundamental re-engineering of a world-class fighter jet engine. The release hinted at a special project for an undisclosed international partner, but the performance data pointed to one aircraft, the Saab Gripen E. The Gripen, already known for its efficiency and ruggedness, had one perceived weakness: its engine. Now, that limitation was gone. The numbers suggested a leap, nearly 20% better efficiency, a breakthrough in stealth, and cold weather performance no rival could match. Phones rang in defense ministries worldwide. Analysts cross-referenced specs, and the implications multiplied. The improved engine wasn't just an upgrade, it was a game-changer. The project, code-named Scotty, had been a closely guarded secret. The quiet announcement from Derby was the first public sign that something big had shifted in the balance of air power. The Arctic Wolf was about to be unleashed, and the world was about to take notice. Project Scotty began with a bold question: what if the Gripen E's engine could be optimized for the Arctic, not just Europe? A select team of British and Swedish engineers set out to reimagine the F414 engine from scratch, working in total secrecy. Their mission: give the Gripen E an edge where even fifth-generation fighters struggle: the extreme cold, vast distances, and minimal infrastructure of the Arctic. They developed new ceramic composites for hotter, more efficient turbine blades, and a shape-shifting exhaust nozzle to slash the jet's infrared signature. An AI-driven digital engine control system was created, able to predict and counter icing, and optimize performance at -60°C. The result: the F414 RRG engine, enabling the Gripen E to supercruise for extended periods, something only twin-engine giants could do before. The Arctic Wolf could now patrol farther, faster, and longer than ever. Project Scotty didn't just upgrade an engine, it transformed the Gripen into a true Arctic predator. NATO capitals were stunned. In Washington, the Pentagon scrambled for answers. The F-35, America's crown jewel, suddenly faced a rival with capabilities it hadn't anticipated, especially in the Arctic. The fact that the UK and Sweden had developed this breakthrough in secret was a political shock. The Gripen E, once dismissed as a budget option, was now a strategic asset. By keeping Project Scotty under wraps, Saab and Rolls-Royce had outmaneuvered their competitors. The F414 RRG engine was real, and the Arctic Wolf was ready. Lockheed Martin and other defense giants had no immediate response. Defense ministers across NATO faced tough questions. Had they overlooked the best tool for the job? For Arctic nations like Norway and Denmark, the news was especially jarring. The Arctic Wolf's unveiling sowed doubt and forced a strategic rethink across the alliance. Suddenly, the debate wasn't just about stealth or cost, it was about who could truly defend the North. The quiet project in Derby had redrawn the map of air power. The Arctic was now the center of attention. For Canada, the Arctic is more than geography. It's a test of sovereignty. As climate change opens new shipping lanes and exposes resources, the region has become a geopolitical hotspot. Russia is remilitarizing, China is investing, and Canada's claims are being challenged by foreign presence. Defending the Arctic is daunting: vast distances, sparse population, and almost no infrastructure. Most jets burn their fuel just reaching the north, leaving little time to patrol. The region demands aircraft with extreme range, efficiency, and ruggedness. The Arctic Wolf's arrival was a bombshell for Canada's fighter competition. Suddenly, a jet purpose-built for the North was in play. The Arctic is unforgiving. Temperatures shatter metal, freeze electronics, and turn lubricants to sludge. Jets must start and operate in brutal cold, scramble fast, and survive with minimal support. The tyranny of distance is relentless, airfields are few and far between, and the area of operations is larger than Western Europe. Supercruise isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for covering ground without draining fuel. Infrastructure is scarce. Fighters must land on short, rough runways and be maintained by small crews. Complex jets needing dozens of technicians or remote diagnostics are liabilities in the North. The ideal Arctic fighter is rugged, reliable, and self-sufficient. Canada's next jet must be a marathon runner, not a show pony. The debate over stealth and high-tech warfare misses the point. The Arctic is a war against distance, cold, and isolation. The winner will be the jet that can survive and dominate in that environment. Canada's fighter choice was framed as F-35 versus Gripen E, fifth-generation stealth versus practical flexibility. The F-35 promised seamless interoperability with the US and cutting-edge stealth. The Gripen E offered lower costs, easier maintenance, and the ability to operate from rough, remote airstrips. F-35 advocates touted its stealth and political benefits. Gripen supporters argued that in the Arctic, range, efficiency, and ruggedness mattered more than radar stealth. The arrival of the Arctic Wolf changed everything. The Gripen's new engine erased its biggest weakness. Now it could supercruise, patrol farther, and evade heat-seeking threats. The debate shifted. It was no longer high-tech F-35 versus budget Gripen. It was F-35 versus a Gripen sculpted for Canada's toughest mission. Suddenly, the Gripen wasn't just cheaper, it was purpose-built for the North. The choice was no longer obvious. Canada had to decide: follow the crowd, or lead in the Arctic. The stakes had never been higher. The Arctic Wolf's power comes from four pillars of innovation in the F-414 RRG engine. First, enhanced stealth. The re-engineered exhaust and cooling system slash the jet's thermal signature, making it a ghost in the cold. Second, radical efficiency. The engine's breakthrough fuel consumption allows for extended supercruise, shrinking the vast Arctic and boosting patrol times. Third, intelligent systems. AI-driven controls optimize performance, predict icing, and simplify maintenance, crucial for remote operations. Fourth, extreme reliability. New materials and simplified mechanics mean the engine can go from -50 to full power in minutes, withstanding the harshest conditions. These pillars combine to transform the Gripen E into a specialized Arctic interceptor. It's not just a fighter, it's a tool built for Canada's unique challenge. The F-414 RRG is more than an engine, it's the heart of a new era in northern air power. The Arctic Wolf is ready for the cold, and ready for anything. The upgraded Gripen E forced Canada to rethink its priorities. Cost. The Gripen is cheaper to buy and operate, and the new engine lowers costs even further, meaning more jets, more coverage. Control. The Gripen offers source code access and a non-US supply chain, giving Canada more independence and flexibility. Capability. The F-414 RRG gives the Gripen its own form of stealth and the range to dominate the Arctic. The debate shifted from which is better overall to which is better for Canada's mission. The F-35 is built for global wars. The Arctic Wolf is built for Canada's backyard. The choice is now about sovereignty, not just technology. The secret project in Darby didn't just build an engine, it built a new argument for Canadian independence. The Arctic Wolf is more than a budget option, it's a strategic leap. The Arctic Wolf Gripen marks a turning point for Canada and for air power worldwide. It proves that innovation isn't just for superpowers. Focused collaboration can disrupt the status quo. By targeting the Arctic, Sweden and the UK created a jet that outperforms costlier rivals in the world's harshest environment. For NATO, the Arctic Wolf is both a challenge and an opportunity, diversifying capabilities and sparking debate about matching tools to missions. For Canada, the decision is historic. Play it safe with the F-35, or choose a jet tailor-made for sovereignty in the North. The choice will define the RCAF for decades. It's a balance between alliance orthodoxy and national independence. The quiet press release from Darby did more than announce an engine. It forced the world to rethink air power. The Arctic is waiting for its guardian. The next move is Canada's.